So crypto just continues to do everyone's head in. Like no one is happy right now. Crypto is still plummeting down faster than you can imagine. This is an article from crypto.news saying that here's why Bitcoin price dropped below 90K. I don't think anyone really knows, to be honest. It's just been a bit weird, isn't it? And I still fully believe that it will turn. We're going to have the alt season. I mean, people are now starting to get that really bit fearful. I think fear and greed index is like below 30 now, and but we'll see. So the Matrix report sees growing risk of deeper decline as Bitcoin slips below key pattern amid low trading activity. In today's video, there's a bit of a post I want to talk about. Want to talk a little bit about Supra, a little bit about Omikami as well, because the community just is so polarizing. There's a couple of YouTube channels that I think that you should probably follow, give a bit of love to as well, and a few different bits and pieces, but we'll go through them. So Bitcoin broke out of an ascending, broadening wedge and a typically bearish pattern with a 6.78% drop that pushed its price down to 87,630 at time of press. The report's there. In an X post on Feb 25th, Matrix report analysts warned the slippage could lead to further declines, especially with low trading activity, limiting demand for dip buying. Well, how many times have we been saying it? Buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, and it just keeps dipping. So it's like one of these things. Like, I mean, I know a lot of people shout, "We have no money left to buy the dip." I know, I get you, I feel you. I'm exactly the same. We all have bills to pay. We all have, lives that we have to fund in certain ways, and often there's not enough left over to make a real dent in the crypto space anyway. So it is difficult. But when things keep dipping and you're seeing your money deplete, I get that that's a horrible thing to have to sit through and watch. But ultimately, at the end of all of that, when the golden sky exists, essentially, is when you're going to start feeling better about yourself, and it'll come. But it is again, it's not financial advice. It's my belief that we're going to have an alt season, because historically, every 4 years, that's how it plays out. We can go back and check this data. I just think that this is unprecedented at the minute, or almost. February tends to be like all right for crypto. Will March be the savior for crypto? I don't know. This could continue going if we think of the stock market stuff, where they say sell in May and go away, and in September things start going again. Potentially, maybe we'll get a bit of a rally in March and April, a dip again in May, June, and then maybe we can like reposition ourselves and try and get some bit better than what we're getting now. Because right now things aren't looking great, but it's okay. In my opinion, I think it's okay. But I know that most of the world are pulling their hair out right now, and I understand why. So the likelihood of a deeper decline is increasing, particularly since the break is occurring during a period of low trading activity, which may result in limited demand to buy the dip. It's limited demand because no one's got any fucking money left, right? So while the analysts expect Bitcoin prices to rise later in the year, which I think is probably accurate, the current technical breakdown makes them more cautious. Moreover, the pattern break isn't just affecting Bitcoin only. Ethereum has also fallen below its key 2.6 to 2.8 support range, dropping to 2.375, further signaling weakness in the market. Analysts on Spot on Chain also warned in an X post on February 25th that Ethereum could be heading for its worst February if it drops below $2,400. Historically, February has been bullish for ETH, with only one red month in 2018, but with a 23% drop already, this could be another exception. Macroeconomics uncertainty, including new tariffs from the Trump administration, adds to the pressure. And I think a lot of us probably thought that Trump would be bullish for crypto, and I think he ultimately will be. But at the minute, things are not looking great, right? So meanwhile, US spot Bitcoin exchange traded funds have experienced their second consecutive week of over $500 million in outflows leading up to February 21st. As Crypto News reported earlier, the majority of outflows came from Grayscale's GBTC, which saw 60.08 million exit, which is dollars, exit the fund as it continues outflow streak following its conversion from a trust structure. Bitwise, BITB, and Fidelity, FBTC, also contribute to the negative momentum, with outflows of 16.58 million and $12.47 million, respectively. If we look at crypto today, things aren't looking great. They are going down, and it is annoying. Bitcoin is currently at 86,000, nearly 86.8 thousand Ethereum is below that $2,400 mark. If that continues to dip, where's the support? But you look at that and you think they're bargains, right? But could we go lower? Potentially we could. Potentially we absolutely could. I mean, all of the charts, all look very similar. They all look like that same sort of trajectory downwards. It isn't good. This was another really good post. And again, massive shout out to at the iconic XPT. He said, I'm sorry, I'm not going to tell you something, whether you like it or not. This is the truth. This is what makes people millions in crypto. And at the same time, makes people lose their entire savings. And I think this does resonate. The truth is simple. The market doesn't move on fundamentals. It moves on attention. AI coins like Render, Near, and Tau did not pump because of groundbreaking utility. They pumped because ChatGPT went viral. Metaverse coins like AXS, Sand, and Mana, decentralized Mana, did not pump because they built something revolutionary. They pumped because Facebook rebranded to Meta. Meme coins like Doge, Shiba, and Pepe did not pump because they had use cases. They pumped because Elon tweeted a dog. It's never about the tech. It's about the narrative. Here's how the cycle actually works. A trend gains mainstream attention. Liquidity floods in. Prices skyrocket. Smart money exits. Retail gets trapped. The trend dies. The cycle repeats. The market doesn't give a fuck about your research. It doesn't care about white papers or roadmaps. It only cares about where attention is flowing next. You can either complain and cry about this or grow some balls and adapt. Master this and you'll never chase again. I generally want all my followers to win this cycle. And that's why I'm teaching you everything I know. Just like this tweet if you want more. Now, I think that absolutely follow that like that. I think there will come a critical point in time, though, where narrative won't be the biggest driver and it will be fundamentals. I'm not sure that's going to be the case during this particular bull run. I think narrative will still drive the trends. But I do think that longer run, when crypto becomes really mainstream, mass adoption, real mass adoption, like the internet, for instance, we will see that fundamentally the fundamental projects will ultimately win because they're building something real. But that's being said in this stage and this bull run, then yeah, memes and narrative are going to be the keys, in my opinion. So Sumit Kapoor at Money Guru Summit said that $150 billion has been liquidated from the crypto market in the last 24 hours without any major news. What is happening? Well, we don't know. This is getting fucking crazy. It could still go down lower, though. It can still go down lower. And I think we need to kind of prepare ourselves for that. If you had $1,000 to invest right now, and again, not financial advice, it might be worth putting 600 in, holding a bit back just in case it goes lower again. But even then, people are struggling to find the funds to put in, and I get that, and I understand that it's not good. Supra, I'd encourage. Like I'm on a night shift tonight. I'll be back in the morning. I'll need to get some sleep and try and get onto this because I really want to be on this community call. So Supra saying it's a big week ahead for the Supra ecosystem. Let's unpack it at our third community call. Joshua Topkin's going to be there, James Bonsama and John Evans Jones. So it goes live in 2 days. It's not 2 days now. It's actually tomorrow, which is the 26th, at midday UK time, 8 o'clock Hong Kong time. I'm not sure about all the American time zones, but if I can get on this, I'll set an alarm. I may sleep through that because I'm very tired, but I would like to be on this, so hopefully I'll catch a few on there as well. OX Crusader, we've spoken about before, decent fella. Breaking news, thanks to the Supra Labs team, you can now stream MoveCon 2025 from anywhere in the world. All you have to do is register, and you register at that link there. So that starts on February the 28th, which I think is that Friday? It might be Friday. So I want to get and have a good look at that as well. And so should you if you're interested in Supra. Supra Mummy, she launched her meme coin on Pump It Pro. Now, I've had a conflicting advice regarding a HLS crypto coin. People wanted it to happen. Other people said no. And they said, you could lose your reputation, things like that. And yeah, kind of erring towards that side. I don't really want to launch one. So if one does appear, it's not me. I will always announce here if that was going to happen. So if one does launch, it's definitely not me. But if you want to support Super Omami and get her through the bonding curve, she's 13% of the way there. By all means, go and show her some love and try and make something nice happen, right? Now on to Omikami. Now this girl seems like a really nice girl, and Omikami is becoming a bit like a cult. Um, there's some really positive stuff coming out of Omikami, and I mean that from the community point of view, not necessarily the project so much, but definitely from the community point of view. And this is at Paranoid Fish 88 on YouTube, 311 subscribers right now, and she's working hard trying to get that up, I imagine. And to only have 311 subscribers right now, I know what that's like. I was there. I've been through the exact same thing. So if you can go and give her a subscribe, absolutely do that. If you're an Omikami supporter, I'd absolutely implore you to go and subscribe to her. It's the right thing to do. What I want to talk about though, because look, and don't go and give any of these people hate either, because mental health problems are at a peak that I've never seen before, and the way that people can sometimes talk about people, can have a negative effect. And this girl seems really nice. And a lot of the Omikami community, since they've found Omikami as a project, have started saying that their addiction issues are getting better because they've got something to believe in, and their communities keep themselves together. The devs and the admins and their telegrams and that, fuck that. I don't care about those. I do actually care about what these people are saying and what they're doing. And a lot of people have like I said, have battled with addiction and come away from that. They're enhancing their actual lives because they've got something to believe in, and it's nice. And I really hope that Omikami does well as a result of that for these people. Like I said before, I don't think Rosie's behind it personally. I have no problem with the project itself. I just, I'm very much on the fence with it. But what the community side of it's doing is bringing people together that wouldn't normally know each other, and they're building something nice between themselves. And I think that's nice. But will it impact the price? I don't know. But, anyway, this is the video she made was this one here. And it was called Perfect Alignment, Omikami, the Chosen One. Now, she's suggesting that the guy here called Daniel White is Albus Research was saying that how can these four tweets be linked? It must be some kind of prophecy, and it's all perfectly lining up. And she said, it can't be a coincidence, and all these things are lining up perfectly. But this can easily be a coincidence because 3 of the 4 posts are from Omikami. That's not a coincidence. That's not a synchronicity. That's not something just magically happening. 3 of those 4 posts that they're linking to saying that this is a prophecy, 3 of them that linked 75% of those 4 tweets are Omikami tweeting it. So that's odd to me. I don't see the link. If I posted a tweet with the word prophecy in it, will you link that in and go, well, maybe he's an insider? You could do that. It would be bullshit, but you could do it. So it says prophecy there, it says prophecy there, it says prophecy there, and it says it there. That's just like 3 of the 4 tweets are done by the same thing. That's forcing a connection that I don't believe exists. Personally, I just don't believe it exists. But this is what's been saying. She also went on to say about the Elon Musk's profile picture has changed to similar to the Omikami background on their X page, not the dog's face, but the header, the banner. Again, so tenuous. I wouldn't even call them a link personally, but that's just critical thinking, I guess. I like this. So a comment here from Numbers, and again, I said I'll go through all my comments on Wednesday. I just don't have the time to go through and reply to them all, but I will. But he's like, I think you've been very fair towards Omikami. I wouldn't call it FUD. I find it very interesting. I also don't believe it's Rosie's project for many reasons, but I also think if enough people do believe it, then it'll probably do all right. I've said that all along, and I agree with that. I don't think it can go to 64 billion or flip Shiba Inu. We'll see. I would love to know the real story behind it, but I don't think it will ever be revealed. Again, I agree with that. Whoever's behind it is certainly very good at creating suspense, intrigue, drama, and hope, feeding just enough at a time to keep people hooked and guessing. 100% agree with that as well. People went absolutely apeshit at the hint that Elon Musk is involved. Yeah, the hint, the most tenuous slight insignificant hint I've ever seen about anything, to be honest. So that's the good side. That's the good side. But there is this cult-like following, and they're the dangerous ones. You know, the ones that are just completely brainwashed almost. I don't mind people having belief. That's great. But there's a level, right? And I'll show you one of these now. So at Gaming Video 4185 here wants to report my channel because I question the validity of Omikami's claims. I haven't even slated Omikami that badly. I've just said, here's what I'm seeing. This is how I disseminate these facts, essentially, and go, well, you know, I don't believe that. That would be good. I'm just interested in the story. He's, but let's report this fodder from X to everywhere. Omikami Army. Well, if the Omikami Army want to do that, feel free. Feel free. But I think you would look very stupid because I haven't fudded Omikami like most people are saying, which is good because most people are critically analysing it and going, well, actually, he's not saying anything that bad, just saying that he doesn't think this is this, and he's looking at these links and they're tenuous, which is fine. But he wants to report me for just having a conversation about Omikami. So this is the level of delusion we have to think about. And that's why these sort of comments make me less keen on Omikami, because if you're thinking that that's a form of cult, and a lot of cults, they're not great, right? They're not great. Anything that makes you not be able to question something, makes you have to have belief in this supreme leader and only like spout what they say and not have the option to question it, is a cult. It's a dictatorship, and that's dangerous. Like I said before, a lot of people within the Omikami community that are finding new leases of life and breaking addiction and things like that, fantastic. I love that. I admire it. It's fantastic. But then you get these cult-like people who want to report me for having a chat about it. That's insanity right there. That's dictatorship. That's censorship. It's awful. Don't be that guy, right? Don't be that guy. Whatever you can do in the world, whatever you can be in the world, don't be that guy, right? So this as well, a bit of quant news. So it's suggesting here that Binance is acquiring tons of quant from exchanges. Now, if that's true, there's already quite a short supply on exchanges, and it's getting shorter. This is the list that he's put up. I can't verify this to be true without going through every single wallet, and I'm not going to do that because I really can't be asked, and I'm knackered. But you can if you wish. But this is interesting. This is good. This would be bullish for quant. I like quant. I've been bullish on quant from the start. That's good news. If this is the case, then it's bullish for quant. Another thing here as well, another guy, and again, this is another Omikami post, by the way. Look how long that is. I have read it. I can't respond to it yet. Like I say, I'm too busy at the minute, but I will reply to it. But he even started by saying, you're right, you're not spreading FUD about Omikami. Exactly. You're just reporting on the project, 100%. But it goes into a lot of detail, saying that it's like the best chart he's ever seen, things like that. But we'll get into that, and I will respond to him in the comments. I do like this guy, Mr. Bullrun. If you are a big fan of Supra, this guy just does Supra videos. His channel's all about Supra. All of these people in Supra seem to have Supra merch. I have none. Where's my Supra merch? I want a hoodie. This is ridiculous. But no, it's good. So he's saying, haha, dude, some funny comments blaming you. If you didn't see my last video, I'd suggest you go and watch that. Maybe watch the last 5 minutes. If you don't want to see the first bit, watch the last 5 minutes. Dude, some funny comments blaming you. Lol, your response was a classic. Well, I thank you for that. All of my videos tend to be off the cuff, but it was just, it came to me. I was like, well, what is this guy saying? But Mr. Bullrun, go and subscribe to him. He's currently on 397 subscribers. I'm sure that you guys who follow me and watch my videos, who like Supra, can go and make that over 400 today. I'm sure you can. And it'll be another milestone for him to reach. And I know what these milestones mean because I'm still fighting to get through mine. I want to hit 5,500 subscribers. We're getting close to that now. My ultimate goal is 10,000 subscribers. So I know what these milestones mean, and I know how much work that people put in to do like almost daily videos when they can and things like that. I understand the hardship of that. So if you can go and give this guy a subscribe, then definitely do it. He seems like a really nice fella as well. Same as Nikami. She sounds like a really lovely lady, lovely girl who's just trying to, be positive and do something good with her life. So go and subscribe to them. If you're an Omikami fan, 100% subscribe to Nikami. If you're a Supra fan, again, 100%, go and subscribe to at Mr. Bullrun. Anyway, I've got to go to work, so I do appreciate everyone who's spent the time with me today. Everyone who's liked the videos before and subscribed. If you can subscribe, then try and hit my goals. I would really appreciate it. Yeah, wherever you're in the world, whatever you're doing, have an amazing day, have an amazing evening, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Hopefully at that Supra conference as well. So take care. Goodbye.